it's time to step into the inner sanctum of the Geelong cricket scene with The Inside Edge.
Hello and welcome to The Inside Edge for another week. I'm Wes Cusworth and I'm joined by Mark Brunger as we do things with an extension to social distancing. We're taking things one step further, doing things remotely. Hello, Mark.
Great to be here, Wes, and in a different form than we normally are, but certainly the content remains the same. Great weekend of cricket just gone. I suppose the one that stood out for me was the battle up at Myers Reserve with Belpo still taking on Marshall, of course, a replay of the T20 final, and Belpo still exacting their revenge in quite comfortable fashion, defeating Marshall in the end.
Yes, indeed. Well, last Saturday actually gave me an opportunity to head down to the North Geelong Past Players Day, where 9 premierships were celebrated ranging from the 1940s to 2011 across no fewer than 5 separate grades. I spoke with President Jeff Tchaikovsky, club stalwart Roger Allen, and 3-time First 11 premiership player Neil Alford.
It must be really exciting to see so many people flood back to celebrate the club's fantastic history.
Yeah, it's really, really good, mate. We probably, in the years gone by, our past players hasn't been as strong as we wanted it. I reached out to a couple of legends this year, Neil Alford being one of them, Lee Mallington being another, and said, guys, we need to coordinate this to a point where there's one big bang a day, and just being through the room so far, it looks like that's really paid off.
And obviously you've got some fabulous memorabilia and the like for people to celebrate and reminisce about.
Yeah, last year we had our 140th anniversary, and my name went in the paper a bit earlier in the week, and I had some really cool stuff brought. You know, we had some lower grade caps presented from the 1940s. In our trophy room here at the club all season round, we actually have a bowling average from 1887, which is super cool, which we believe was engraved by Charles Brownlow and given to the bowling average winner. So, you know, when you're talking about a club with a history like ours, some of the memorabilia is off the charts.
And the current day players, no doubt really enjoy the opportunity to sort of showcase their skills in front of the players of the past.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Gordon McKay up until a season ago was still working with Adam Costello, who's I couldn't even work out in my head the age gap there, but it just goes to show how the past is still connected with our present and future.
Neil, a 3-time premiership player, obviously great memories here at North Geelong for you.
Yeah, tremendous memories. Had great times and played with some tremendous cricketers, some good people.
Tell me about some of the really talented players that you had the opportunity to play with.
The batting side of things, Alf Clark, there's probably none better in our era, and we were very blessed through our period. We had a very strong bowling side, so we had people like Glenn Weiss and Peter Quick, Aaron Muncie, Andrew Vivian and Phil Unsworth. It just keeps rolling. We had a lot of very good fast bowlers through that period, so it was very strong.
Tell me about what it means for you to have opportunities to come back to the club to celebrate with people that are coming back in numbers.
It's the days you look forward to, catching up, and you relive old tales, and you always sort of say you're getting better than what you actually were, but yeah, it's a great time. They're the days you really cherish, and you catch up with some good old friends.
This season we're doing it a little bit different through Jeff and the executive committee. We've got Neil Alford and a few of the other past players to try and make our functions for past players bigger. So consequently, I think there's something like 9 premiership teams we've tried to invite people. Been a lot of ringing around, a lot of trying to get numbers, a lot of Facebook stuff and so forth, and we're pretty excited that what follows in the next hour and a half, 2 hours is going to be pretty good.
Throughout the grades, North Geelong has a lot to be really proud of. Some great achievements across the course of years.
Oh, definitely. Our record is second to Newtown, I guess, in District First Premierships won. But, geez, we've been runners-up and semi-finalists a long time in the past 20 or 30 years.
And some fantastic memorabilia on display too, which no doubt will rekindle many memories.
Yeah, once again, it's a football and a cricket club that occupy these rooms. Really difficult. We're trying to reach out to the community, so we're trying to get other, I guess, people to come and use the facility. So memorabilia is not as not displayed like it used to be. We're hoping when Osborne House gets going, the cricket club's put in a bit of a feeler for a dedicated room to house their memorabilia rather than in one of our equipment sheds.
As a whole, though, the whole North Geelong facilities are really taking off. You've got some fantastic developments happening here at Osborne Park.
Definitely, lots of good stuff happening. The second stage of like $1.5 million, I guess, project has been finished. The first stage was the toilet and foyer area about three years ago. This year, through the pandemic, they built their wonderful social facilities. They've actually moved our veranda, for want of a better word, pergola, down to where the players can really sit and mingle and so forth. So that's really good. The other two major projects, a grant and a football club contributions, will have an electric scoreboard running within 2 weeks and for a grand opening. And there's a deck being, the two hall boys and a couple others work really hard in pretty awful conditions this morning to get a fair bit of it done, and they're back pretty early in the morning. So we're hoping all the frame and that's up and then the modwood panelling or decking comes Wednesday next week. So there's a timeline on this. We've got to finish it for the grand opening on the 20th of February.
And there's also fantastic cooperation between both the cricket and football clubs to, I suppose, facilitate magnificent pavilion and facilities and the like here.
Yeah, well, Jason Habib is, he's really worked very hard, along with myself, but I guess he's the one who does the headbutting with guys like John Aaron and the politicians and Eddie and Anthony Aiken, Eddie Contell and Anthony Aiken. So we're really indebted to those people. We're really indebted to we ran a $100 ticket raffle, which we're aiming to make 13,000. I think we made 15 or 16,000 out of it, which is half the contribution of the cricket club deck.
Well, Wes, looked like a great day at the North Geelong Pass players there. I'm sure a good time was held by all. It was also good to get the video camera out to capture some of the highlights of the weekend at both North Geelong and Lara.
Hope you're enjoying the Inside Edge for this week. We'll be back with more on the other side of this break.